Hi everyone. Marianne Cowan here from Pinery Paper Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Ottawa, Canada. And it's chilly today. I have my snuggly sweater on. But that's okay, I'm in my craft room and it's nice and warm. Hey Pat, hi Sylvia. Hello Phyllis. I'm excited, I got my garden gems finally. Well, they were available, but I just kept forgetting to order them. So we're going to use these on our project today. We're going to do 2 cards, and we're going to feature the Eden's Garden products, which are still available. I did check. Before we get started, a couple of announcements. So the Eden's Garden products are now available until January 3rd. The stamp set and bundle are carrying over to the next catalog. However, the paper, the cotton paper, and the garden gems are while quantities last. So I highly suggest you grab a pack of paper. You will not regret it. It's specialty paper that has gold accents, gold foil accents. It's really quite pretty. So we're going to be using that today. I just posted my winter stamp camp registration. It's already a quarter of the way full, and I just posted it this morning. Winter stamp camp, it's a perfect time for just being in your house, maybe by the fire, and crafting. It will be online again this year. Things are just too crazy and unknown with COVID. So you can do it in the privacy of your home. I send you everything you need to make it. You just need to add your own sentiments. Obviously, you need to have your inks and adhesives. We'll be making 14 cards featuring products from the new January to June mini catalog. So typically, I put Valentine's, thank you, birthday, sympathy. I'll see what's in the new catalog, and we'll be making 14 cards, 7 designs. That catalog is released in January, but as a demo, we get to pre-order from it in December, which is pretty cool. So all the materials are prepped and ready. You get envelopes. I just ordered an online class and we didn't get envelopes, so that's a good little perk. You'll get $30 worth of new products, some hot chocolate, of course. I always have little treats for you to stamp with, something to sip on and something to eat, mostly involving chocolate. A cute stamp camp bag. I always provide a PDF tutorial and video, and there will be a private Facebook group for this class. So the investment before December 15th, it's $75. After December 15th is $85. Now, if you're a member of the Pinery Paper Pals team, you always get a discount and you'll get the class for $40. Also, there is a little free gift for early bird registrations. So I would definitely register early. To reserve your spot because it always fills up. And also, so you get the little prize. The same class that I just got, I did not register early. Well, I don't think I even saw it. And then I saw a picture of the free gift we got and I thought, darn. Anyways, the other thing going on right now, starting tomorrow, is the starter kit promotion. So the starter kit is the best deal in the catalog for sure. We have a wonderful group, a community of crafters called Pinery Paper Pals. So with the new promotion starting tomorrow, for $100 you can choose, and it's not like some kits where they send you what they want to send you. You can pick any products valued at $165 and free shipping. They also throw in a paper pumpkin. It's an awesome deal. Plus, you get to be part of the Pinery Paper Pals, and that in itself is really, really fun. So I would definitely check that out. There's information on my blog, mariannecowan.com/join. I have all the information listed there. You don't have to do parties. You don't have to do Facebook Lives. You just have to enjoy getting a discount on your products. And really, that's it. So you could pick up the Eden's Garden products as part of your starter kit. That'd be fun. You would get to pick $165. You could get everything in the suite. All right, that's my commercials for today. Let's get started on our card. So we have 2 cards to make today. Both of them were inspired by ones I saw online, but I've changed them up. So they're cased, but they're different. The first one is cased from a card I saw online by Gail, Ellis. I highly suggest you follow her. She's amazing. My card base, basic weight, 8.5 by 5.5. Then I have a piece of the gorgeous designer series paper. Look at those gold elements. Isn't that pretty? This measures, I was already doing the measurements for my blog post. Let me just check. 3.5, I want to say. 3.5 by 5.5. So that layer is going to go here. Then I have 2 tiny strips of gold foil, 1/4 inch by 5.5. Let's go ahead and put these down instead of me just laying them all out. This paper, on one side, there's the foil elements. On the other side, it's more muted, I would say. Not neutrals, I guess. So I want to leave space at the top and the bottom. I did notice it's a little bit longer, so I'm going to, if it's going to go off the edge, I'm going to put it off the edge all on one side. So then I can just go and trim it. This one's a bit crooked. With the white glue, you have a little bit of time, but not a lot. So now for my gold elements, I'm going to put the glue here so I don't muck up the gold. There we go. Don't need a ton. So there's the first piece. Again, I'm going to put it right up against this edge. And tucked up right to the designer series paper. That looks good. I also have a class coming up for this. The Eden's Garden class is November 20th, and we'll be making 8 cards, and it's on my website. There's lots of options. One option has the bundle. The other option has just the products to make the cards. I'm trying to slide this back. There we go. All right, just that hint of gold. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so next, it's November 20th. So you can go to mariannecowan.com/events. So I didn't really want to cover this up too much, but I wanted to add a layer of vellum. And then what I did is I took a piece that was about 2.25 by 5.5, and I took this die, the edge die I called it, and I cut each side to make an edge on both sides. And then I heat embossed in gold, Much Gratitude. And this is from Heartfelt Wishes. A beautiful, beautiful stamp set. And not just for Christmas. Much Gratitude, Sending Love. That's going to be beautiful for Valentine's Day. So that's the stamp set it's from. So we know that this is going to go right over top. So I can put glue right down the middle of my vellum. So let's go ahead and put that. And we could pop this up, but I think it would look better just flat. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. This would be a really pretty wedding card or anniversary. All right, that looks good. Now I have this extra little strip from when I trimmed this down because I wasn't exactly sure how big I was going to make it, so I'm just going to put this on the inside. I love adding just a little strip of designer series paper to the inside of cards. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now I'm going to build up over here with some elements. This is the sheer vellum. That's the metallic gold. This is the cotton paper. Cotton paper. Shimmer vellum. So this is the gold shimmer vellum. This is the 2023 shimmer vellum. Then I have that one from the metallics. These are from, sorry, one of the Christmas sets. I can't remember which one. Oh, there's another one in green. So I'm just putting them here. I'm obviously not using one of these. But what I want to try to do this time, so you see the difference? That's the metallic gold, and this is the regular gold foil. I have this big rectangle shaped wreath, and I'm going to cut it apart. So it seemed like there was obvious spots to cut it, because what I'm looking for is some pieces that are a bit longer than this. So I'm just going to cut and see what happens. It may or may not be successful, but I think it will be good. And I don't really want it going on too much of an angle, so something like that. Okay, so now it's now it's like taller than I want. That's funny. Wasn't anticipating that. So I just want one that's a bit longer, so that's a good one. Maybe one more. You also have to make sure that you don't have ones where the leaves are way different sizes than the other ones. I think those are good though. So I'm finding this little section here. So from this one wreath you could get a lot of little spriggy things. Just going to fix that leaf. Okay, so you know how I roll. I just kind of build things up and then see what I like. I do think I'm probably going to want to put a bow down here. Okay, so we've got that. This one's quite tall. Maybe some shimmer. Now we can put it up a little bit because I can put the bow here. You have so many different choices for bows. You have the open weave ribbon with the soft succulent evening evergreen. Then there's gold twine and there's gold shimmer ribbon. I think I'll probably be using the shimmer ribbon. Okay, I like that. I think it needs to end there. So then what I do is I take my glue dots. I don't even think I want this other one. And try. No, I just like it like this. So then what I do is I try to not move it too much and pop it up and then put my glue dots underneath. And if it moves, it's not really a big deal. I find this easier than trying to add each one individually. Sometimes it works, sometimes not so much. Okay, so I'm trying to have different colored layers on top of each other. And as I say that, I'm going to switch these ones. Yeah, that's better because I had green on green and gold on gold. Okay, now I'm getting hot. Now I'm going to find my ribbon. My gold shimmer ribbon. I wonder if I used it all. It's actually on low inventory, so maybe we'll use some of this. I think the shimmer might be nicer. Let's try because I have a new roll of shimmer here that we can grab if we need to. I'm just tying a little bow. This is the Simply Elegant trim. Comes in silver and gold, and I must say I've used a ton of gold, not as much silver. Yeah, see, that's not big enough for me. So I'm going to open this one. This was my sample of, for the Eden's Garden class, if you encourage someone to sign up who's never stamped with me before, you'll get a free bolt of this ribbon. Obviously not this bolt because I'm just about to use it. We can compare the two bows, but I think it needs something bigger than the trim. There's another gold one, but it's been on back order for a while, so I don't even have it. I must say though, Stampin' Up! Has been pretty good about things not being on back order compared to a lot of other companies. And you just have to listen to the news to hear about all the backlogged and buy your Christmas presents early. Okay, so I don't want it to go over top of the greeting. I'm going to grab my ribbon scissors. And go down. No, that didn't work very well. I was wondering if it might have been better to put it a little on that angle. And maybe it would have been, but I think it looks nice. Alright, let's leave these ones here in case we need them. Now let's add some of the garden gems. So these actually look like leaves, aren't they pretty? And I think they're designed so that you could use them as petals. Like put a couple, let's put two. And then one of these ones. I don't know if that's how it's designed, but it's pretty. All right, much gratitude. I like it. I think I wrecked this bow when I was playing around with it. Once you trim it, that's the only thing. You can't really do a lot more adjusting. Okay, I like that one. Now, I will go back later and just trim a little bit. You can see where it's over a little bit, so I'll just go back and take my paper snips and trim that off. I'll do that later. Okay, for our second card, this card I saw one Leanne Greff had made, and I thought it was pretty, so I changed mine up. This is 5.5 by 7.5, so you cut off 1 inch, but save that 1 inch, because then you take that 1 inch and run it through to get this little edge piece. Now I did take this front and took the stitched greenery die, and instead of adding another layer, I just ran this through the machine. You just take the plate and put it right up to the edge, and you can run it through this way. It does make a bit of a clunk, but it turns out beautifully. So that's our card base. Inside, we're going to do a bit of stamping. We're going to have a stamped piece in soft succulent. I don't usually put a color inside, but this one is fine. And then she had the postage stamp punch, which I didn't think I needed, but now I think I do. You know how it is. Okay. So first of all, you can see there's a little stitched part on this, which is really pretty. I'm going to take my glue and then just glue this on. I really like this paper. It's really subtle, just a tiny little flecks of gold. I think I used it the other day. So now we want this to come right up to here. Just going to make sure this is still going to fit. Yep. So I'm going to put glue along here, because I don't want any of the light green to show through. So I'm just going to line it up, snug it up. It should be the exact size because I cut it off of this original piece. There we go. So now we have this part. And then we're going to do some stamping for inside. So let me grab my mat, and I think soft succulent, and I don't even have these stamps mounted yet. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, it doesn't take long. So we're going to use some of the florals. 3 different ones, one on each of the little sections, and then this big one on the corner inside. So this is not being used right now. So I have my 3 little pieces. These are from Tasteful Labels. Tasteful Labels. So soft succulent. Let's see how strong it is. Yeah, I think that's good. So I'm doing a different one in each little panel. I did that one up high because I'm going to do hello. Just the hello part. Let's see if I can get it done. Now there's a couple of ways to do this. I'm going to try to just ink up hello. That's pretty good. I'm going to grab a baby wipe. You guys are quiet today. And I'm just going to make sure there's no ink on the T. And then that's going right here. Perfect. Well, a little close, but perfect enough. Now for this piece, we're going to take the big stamp, which is all greenery, I think, and then just stamp a couple of images in the corner. Maybe I'll just go down one side. There, that's enough. And then my sentiment. Which I just took off. Oh, here we go. So, dear friend, how are you? Sometimes I check and make sure that it's going to be straight. I take the edge of the bottom, line it up with an edge here, and see if that's going to be straight. This one's pretty good, actually. Dear friend, how are you? Because this is soft succulent, it's still able to stamp on it pretty easily. Okay, that's our stamping done. Get that all out of the way. So let's bring our card back in and all our little pieces. This is going to go on the inside. So I've cut it down just slightly smaller than, probably a 1/16 smaller than 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Because you do have to allow for this fold. But it's pretty because then you can see the soft succulent through the card front. Now we have this piece. What did it, oh, where are those other little ones? So you could pop these up if you want. I'm just going to do them flat and then I'll pop up that whole piece. So I actually want the hello in the middle. And you could measure it. I'm not going to. Let's put this one here. You just kind of want them even. It's not like anyone's going to look and say, oh, that's not straight. So let's pop this up. Well, hopefully no one will. If they do, then that's them. Can't imagine anyone ever doing that. I'm just going to grab a little bit of the edge to put along the middle. So bring this one back in. And we'll put those 3 pieces, or this one big piece actually, there. Now I don't want to add gold. There's no other gold in here. Maybe soft succulent. Let's try it. So So you could wrap it around, put it, you could do whatever you want. I'm going to try it with a bow right in the middle. Okay, that looks good. I hate cutting off too much ribbon. It is a bit of a guessing game. So I'm going to put it underneath this piece and just at the edge of the designer series paper. You do want to make sure it's lined up where you want it because it will slack off a bit if you have to move it. And you can see through this ribbon, so it's not like you're hiding the paper because the paper is so pretty. And this ribbon makes really nice bows as well. Okay, I like that. Trim off our edges. I always trim after because you never know how much you're going to need. Now I'm going to take a glue dot and make sure it's right in the middle and it's not going to move around. So you can see here, it's right at the top of the DSP, and here it's not quite. So I'm just going to move that tiny little bit. There we go. Okay. So no gold on this one. We're going to keep it more of a neutral palette. Rid of our glue. The gold in this paper is very, very subtle. So unless you added a bunch of gold to pull out the gold, it looks pretty just with the colors of green, I think. Yeah, this label is nice. I do like the postage stamp one, has a little scallop, so it's pretty as well. But this one I think is about the same size, so it worked fine. Put my measurements on the back so I don't forget. And I don't know if I want to add any gems. Maybe just one. One little gem. So we have Hello with the soft succulent. Definitely a different look. I don't usually put colors inside, but I think it's pretty. And it would be easy to use pen to write on top of that. And then we have our other one that definitely has more gold elements, obviously. And now this is bugging me, so I'm going to go and trim. It's hard to get your paper exactly the right size. So there are 2 cards for today. If you're interested in ordering any of these products, I would suggest doing it quickly. And you can order them at mariannecowan.com/shop. When you hit the shop button, there's a few choices. So you would pick Shop Stampin' Up, because I also have my PDF tutorials for sale there as well. So just the commercial for the Eden's Garden class, November 20th. It's on my website. I'll show you some of the other cards we've designed so far, and then the ones for class. And I did go back and finish that one that I hadn't finished before. Alright, those are the class ones. So these are just some of the other Eden's Garden cards that we've made so far. So this is a bit of a show and tell. With that beautiful die, you can do your envelopes as well. Isn't that pretty? So there's an envelope. These were the very first ones I made using that die. I was a little obsessed with the die. So there's that one using the die, and then I guess that's the only one. One of the ones in the class uses the die. Then one Friday we did this book fold. A different sheet of the paper with a few more gold elements. Then we did simple stamping, just stamped off light soft succulent and evening evergreen, a cute little frame, and then we made it more fancy. So we added, instead of the dark green, we did gold embossed greeting, gold elements, and a gold little frame. So you can see the difference between those two. Then Monday, I did a couple of fun folds on a Monday. So there's this cute one. Great for using up your little scraps of paper. And this one again with that beautiful border. And this piece of designer series paper really has a lot of gold accents, so then I added the gold elements for the sentiment. And then I did finish up this one. This is actually gold heat embossed, and I added the sentiment time to celebrate with the gold trim. So those are some of the ones. If you get a pack of paper, you can make almost all of these cards. You do need the dies for some of the elements. So the ones we're making for class are this one. So everything will be cut and prepped. You just need to add your sentiment. That's the first one. This cute little fun fold. And this is really pretty paper. It's like an ombre. That's the second one. You're only getting sneak peeks of these ones. Then this fun fold, again using that die, which will be already done for you. And here's a similar version to the first one that we did. That was the very first card I made. So the die again, stitched rectangle, and some elements. So those are the ones for the class. These are just all the other ones. And when I do the tutorial, if I've made other classes with that set, I take pictures of all of the cards so that you'll have, I don't do all the measurements and everything for all of these, but you'll see them on my Facebook Lives. But at least you'll get pictures of all the other alternate cards that you can make using the products. So thank you for joining me today. I do appreciate it. If you like or share my video. If you are looking to purchase any of the products, I invite you to shop my online store, mariannecowan.com/shop with me. And if you're watching the replay on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so that you will know when I go live. Thank you very much, everyone, and I hope to see you Friday for Fun Fold Friday. Stay tuned. Have a great evening.